Jesus goes to the desert to pray in loneliness. What does it mean, the desert? It's a place where there is no one around. I think many of us, we have experienced this during the lockdown, during the last year, during so many occasions, what it means to be lonely, to have nobody with you. Anyway, many people, and of course most of all those who have had this experience of the sickness of the COVID-19, who were infected and had to be isolated, no one around. So what happens? If there's no one around, maybe you can experience something great. Really, you can feel that there is God's presence. That is what many people experienced in the desert, and what people tell who go, for example, to Mount Sinai, where Moses received the commandments, that you can feel God's presence in places like this, in loneliness, in silence, when there is no one, or where there is no one around. On the other hand, you can also feel the power of darkness, or hear what the dark spirit, what the evil spirit suggests you, what he tells you, what he calls you to do. Follow me, I will give you wealth, I will give you riches, I will give you kingdom, I will give you sex, power, glory, and so on and so forth. All the vain things that sometimes the vain promises we receive from so many people, from the world, this world, in one way or other. So, what can we do? Of course, we can give in to this, we can listen to this, we can activate our imagination and think, it would be great. Wouldn't it be great if I could live like this? Wouldn't it be great if I get healthy soon and then I can do the same things as, as this businessman, as this multi-millionaire preacher, as that actor, and so on and so forth. Or we can say, no, it's not about this. It's about being with the Lord. The Lord himself, he was tempted by the devil. He heard the voice of the evil spirit speaking with him, in the desert, in the midst of the silence, but he said no. He didn't follow the evil spirit, but he followed his heavenly Father. He was faithful to his heavenly Father, faithful to his vocation. And so when we are in silence, and I think it's a good experience to be in silence, and maybe some of us can make this experience during Lent, at least for a day or so, or at least a little bit by using Facebook and so on, a little bit less. So if we are in silence, we will hear both voices. The voice of the evil spirit, which is so tempting, can be so attractive, and the Lord's voice, which is silent, which is relatively, sober. Sometimes it seems a little bit gray, empty, and yet it is full of life. And yet this leads us to love, to hope, to life, to joy. So we're always invited, first of all, to listen, to be silent, and then once we listen, really to follow the good Spirit who invites us to be with him. Have a blessed Lent. Goodbye.